Welcome to Miss Dragon's Menagerie. Everyone is welcome, everyone is accepted. The only requirement is that you are loving, kind, and respectful to one another. Bad behavior will not be tolerated. Oh my goodness. Hello, Brazzy, Jade, Jaden. Oh, I need to find my glass. No. Okay, my computer glasses aren't here. So we're going to go with these if I need glass. No, there they are. There is a big difference between these lovely computer glasses and then they cut out the blue light. So is that too loud? The air conditioning too loud? I was trying to avoid opening the window. I mean, I guess I could shut it off if it gets too hot, then I got to turn it back on. And yeah, if it gets too hot, I'll just turn it back on. As you can tell by the lovely color coming through my window. Hey, crossover. This thing hates it. And this is why it was refurbished. Because the lid doesn't like to close. But I can deal with that. It blows cold air, so I don't care. As you can see by the lovely color coming through the window, we have smoky skies. Still, I'll probably have that now until I don't think it's going to rain enough. So we'll probably have that till fall. Hey, Moan, how are you? Yeah, actually, 9 hours of sleep last night. I was more relaxed than the night before. The night before, I was waking up about every 10, 20 minutes just to kind of listen to see what was going on. So, but yeah, we still have that lovely sky. And I don't know if anybody saw what was on my video from yesterday on what the sky looked like. It was creepy. It was really creepy because it was, for me, it looked like something after watching Stranger Things. It looks like something from the Upside Down world. Now let's see if I can find my own channel so I can play my own stuff without them pitching the fit. So now I gotta find what I think it's considered a short. Not that one, so that's a small video, I think. I don't know. Okay, it's 27 seconds, but it's see if I can do this. What my sky looked like last night. It was really creepy. Thank you, Moan. Yeah, I needed it bad. Okay, so if I can hit start, because it should be sharing, I think, yeah. It was just creepy. Good Lord. And now y'all know what's behind my house. Those won't burn. And this is just the back of the house. This is the front of the house. So when I look out the front window, I can still see blue. But that's from my side yard. Yeah. That's how ugly it was. Yeah. And who knows what the day's gonna bring. No. Start playing for me. Thank you. Copyright strike is stupid YouTube wants to autoplay. We were talking this morning that as it gets closer to us, what burns is mostly grass and sagebrush. A, that'll burn quickly. B, there won't be so many embers in the air. You won't have the floating pine needles. We got ponderosa scattered here and there on the hillside, and that would be the only thing that would be a big issue is if a big chunk of it floated through the air and landed on the roof. But I don't see that happening. And maybe it'll just run itself out, at least in my neck of the woods, over the top of the up to the orchards and stop. The canyon on the other side is if it runs through the canyon. Yeah, it was scary and it stunk. I mean, I got windows open in the house because I'm tired of, well, it's 70 some degrees and I'm running my air conditioner because I didn't want the smell. Well, I'll deal with the smell. Ah, barbecue. Oh, note to self, I got to get out the hamburger meat because I'm going to have hamburgers tonight. I got out the bacon last night. So I gotta make a cook. When you open it, you gotta cook it, and my plump butt buys 3 pounds of bacon at a time in those slabs. So I just cook it and vacuum seal it, and uh, I learned this years ago. You cook your bacon, crumble it, put it in with your hamburger meat in a bowl, um, and I put it in with a little bit of barbecue sauce um, and an egg. Kind of help it hold together because I grind my chuck kind of lean, and so every bite you get has bacon. Oh, onion too. I like onion in my burger. Not everybody does, but that way every bite you get is has bacon in it, as opposed to taking a bite of your burger and the bacon slides out and onto the floor, onto your plate or wherever your lap if you're driving, and then your burger doesn't have any bacon left. So yeah, it's an easy thing to do, and I learned it at, what is it, Second Street Grill in Yakima. It's like, that's a great idea. Not to mention, you don't have people eating your bacon while you're cooking the burger, and then they come and wonder how come there's not enough bacon left. It's because your fat ass ate it. That's why. Uh, yeah, I know. And I kept having I vacuum seal my burger, but I make it so it's flat, so it goes into the freezer easier and freezes faster. Well, one pound and a half bag keep falling at my feet, and I'm like, it's giving me a hint. It wants to be cooked. So, and if I'm gonna smell smoke, I might as well be in front of my barbecue. So my uh my barbecue. I need to put my glasses on because I'm getting dizzy. I'm trying to focus. My eyeballs are going. Wait, no. Um, my barbecue sits inside the garage, so I just in the wintertime open the garage just enough to let the smoke out. Pull it as close as I can to the door that goes into the garage. Um, put what I want on it, shut it, go back into the house where it's nice and warm, wait a few minutes, go back out, just open the door, check it, rotate it, and go back inside. Yeah. Oh, I know. It's a nice barbecue sauce. That I guess if I really wanted to get smoke, I could have him start up the smoker. But oh gosh, you think when you're 58, you're not gonna still break out. No, I think that's just from nerves and stress and wondering. Um, what was it? I figured part of it was from, oh, just sweating. I'm back to exercising again every morning. Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of stress right here. And got a class reunion coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend. 40th. Good Lord. Yeah, 40 years since I'm the class of 84. It's too fast. But yeah, I've been sitting there trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to wear. It's supposed to be like 90 some up here. So down in the valley, the bottom where you're basically at sea level, it's probably going to be close to 100. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell to wear. I mean, we're supposed to have a nice dinner. We spent it with we sent in our $70 for both of us to prepay for dinner, and so it might be just a little tacky if I just walk in with one of these on. So, especially with a bunch of people I either barely remember or don't even know at all. Because God, the 30th, I swear, um, it was people showing off either their new boyfriend or girlfriend or their new husband and wife. Because there's some people I was going, but I thought they were. Oh, never mind. You know, and a lot of people come up. You guys are still married? Yeah. I mean, I told one of his friends. I said, "Yeah, his life insurance ain't big enough yet." So yeah. So we're still married. But uh, but his friend's a dick anyway. He can be. Um, yeah, it was one of his closest friends in high school. But yeah, he be a dick. Um, but I found what I was looking for yesterday. I know. I had when I was looking for something yesterday, I opened my closet and went, "Oh, there's shit I haven't worn in ages. I need to get rid of it." But I have a bad habit. If I go to like with friends of ours that's in his class of buying something, wearing it once, and there it sits in my closet. Like, well, I don't want to show up in the same thing twice. So, oh man, I don't see my own classmates. I see his, but I like I get along with more people from his class than I do mine. And our towns, we were like the rival town, so we were like 6 miles apart, between towns. So mine is coming up in September, and I'm still tossing around if I want to go because I know I'll get a gazillion questions on, why did Bradley die? How did Bradley die? Deal with that shit. I really don't. But him and Mama's ashes are already in my car if I gotta leave. So I mean, yeah, they stood dealt with some high heat before, but I don't think they want to deal with it twice. So yeah, and then um, yeah, just not looking forward to it. I don't mind getting old. I just don't want to be around a bunch of people. And I'm like, now that I have Fred Meyer's home delivery for, within 2 hours, yeah, it's another reason I don't want to go in my own. His class doesn't have flipping clue who he was because Bradley was such a strange little loner in school. Mm. Um, yeah, like his, I can go to and just pretend nothing happened, but mine, people are going to ask questions, and I don't want to deal with it. So, no, it's not under control at all. We're sitting at about 15,000 acres, but it's going. It's what do we figure? 3 miles away, as the crow flies, or as I say, as the Nazgul flies. Um, but it's also going that way, which I expected it to go more than this way, and so it's gonna eventually start threatening a Tannum area. And like a friend of ours, uh, whereas we have orchards around us besides concrete, that blasted concrete wasn't there when we moved in. Um, he's like right there at the bottom of a hill, and there's some few houses next to a creek, but yeah. Hey Rick, how are you? Um, so not even close to under control. They brought in someone from Colorado to help run it. We're finally getting actual help besides just our local fire department. I think some of the National Guard got in there. So, I don't have any. No, nothing. No. Oh, yay, my string lights will be in Wednesday. So hopefully they can get more boots on the ground and they can get a tackle faster, but I think eventually what it'll come down to, I know at my end, when it hits the orchards, it's done. It's going to come down to Cowiche Mountain and all that, and hopefully it just stays away from my Rocky Top. I'd vote for Rick if I was Canadian. It's got to be a better option than two nutheads we have here. So, but I gotta turn that back on. It's getting warm. It's gonna be loud. Yeah, I'll put my microphone closer to me. But yeah, it's gonna be loud. And I've got, after this, I have 8 or 9 news blasts I have to record. Thank you, truck. I have those to record because Enoch was camping. So thanks, Mary. We're still here watching everything, keeping an eye on. There's no water planes today. We had the tankers yesterday. There's no water planes. There's no helicopters so far dropping water. So I don't know what's going on. Sweet, Mary. 800 subscribers. Drop your link. We got to get Sandy's link in here too. I don't know if I can find her. I closed my Yahoo so it wouldn't, not my Yahoo, my Chrome tab. StreamYard doesn't like to work on Safari, so I have to have 2. I was doing my best to dump transfer stuff to external hard drives. But yeah, I've got 8 or 9 things to record today, and I don't think I'm going to get them all uploaded today. Because like after a while, just staring at the screen gives me a headache, whether it be my phone, any kind of screen. I just get a headache. Part of it's my eyes because, vanity me, and doesn't want to have to wear these things all the time and look like Edna from, my hair was dark, I could go to Edna from The Incredibles. I'm that short. Let's see if I can find her. I like Dr. Eric Berg. Let's see. Sandy Andie. One word. Because I know, there we go. I know she's trying to get, she's got 60 subscribers. I can't remember what her goal was to be. How do I share it on this version? Share channel, yeah. She wanted to be. Thank you, Seven. I just got a kick out of people who would sit there and go, they would go up to me and go, "Are those your real eyes?" And I'm like, you know how much of me wanted to say, "No, I just stole them off a dead guy. Of course they're my real eyes." But I was like, I was very nice and polite and, not the complete asshole I can be. And so, hey, Shannon, how are you? It's another one who's trying to get, I wonder if I can get to her. I know he is. I know. I found that after I found his channel, but he's a chiropractor too, I want to say. But I started in on the higher doses of vitamin B1, and no, not at all. I think it's different because I know you. The higher doses of vitamin B1 has cut down my snoring, has has really cut down his sleep apnea. So there's some good things. But yeah, he's part of that lovely uh, organization. You know, hey Paola, I think of you now every time start watching that show. Hmm. Yeah, except we don't get to watch it too often because it's Max is through our phone. Well, there's four of us on my phone plan, so if we don't catch it at the right time, it'll say too many people are watching. So, so then it's over to to watch Ozark. That's messed up. Can't watch that one before bed. And oh, no kidding. And maybe we can some vitamin B4 so we can ignore some of the past. Um, oh, I know. Oh, I love Rick. That's his are great. I missed some of Janet this morning because I was over there meme farming, and then cool. I'd have a hard time volunteering at a shelter. I'd take them all home. You know, and that's why I don't even. The kids would walk the dogs for the Humane Society. I couldn't do that because I'd want to take the dog home, and I love dogs, but I get too attached to them. So the vitamin. This one's my vitamin B1. I can get it without falling over. It stinks. I need to actually order some naturally sourced vitamin B1. I haven't been to the post office in a few days, but no, not yet. I will let you know immediately. I haven't left the house no, I left 2 days ago, but I'll probably go Monday and look. I miss the days when Amazon would just bring to the house instead of the post office. Because granted, the post office is about 4 blocks away. I still don't want to go. Oh, okay. Okay, then no, it hasn't been. No. So that'd be nice if it came to the home. I miss stuff starting to come back to UPS through Amazon, but oh, that tastes like shit. That's gross. Yeah, we did. And then they made a deal with the USPS here in America. And so our poor postal. Okay, there's about 1,500 people in Titan. I think within the city limits, not counting the farmers and stuff. And so we have a small post office. It's not very big. And now these poor guys have had to put in more lockers and they have more work. Oh, cute. You got to send me a picture. And more work for these guys. I ordered brooms because the cabin didn't have a broom. Instead of UPSing because bigger boxes tend to go UPS. Oh, no. They sent the broom to the post office. I had a huge box to get rid of. Hey, Jason, how are you? How's the wife doing? Yeah. I was just like, and then of course it's a huge box for one broom. I'm like, why don't you just put a sticker on it and UPS it? But um, they're just overwhelmed, and I feel so bad for them. It took me forever to tell them, just put my stuff in a parcel locker. I will come get it eventually. You don't need to hold it behind the thing. And so cool, Rick. That's awesome. That's exercise too. Yeah. Uh, next week I get back to regular schedule. Monday he'll still be home, and then after that it's back to work, and he's not kind of he's looking forward to the people. I'm looking forward to the quiet, and be back to talking to the walls again. Um, but he's got to get back. I have to get back into the habit of going to bed before 1 o'clock in the morning, and then we don't wake up till 9:30 and sometimes 10. And yeah, and he's gonna have to start getting up at 4:45, and me too. Hey, oh, good, you are an able body, but yeah, exercise is exercise. You know, I love to exercise, but I can't stay on the treadmill though. I'll run in place on with my Ring Fit. I'm up to 474 miles on my Ring Fit in place in my living room, barefoot. But I hate the treadmill because it's like I'm staring at my cabinet. It's boring. Sweet. Oh, we're still going. We're still going, but it's oh, I don't know how many seasons is it. Was there like two? I don't know. I can't keep track, but I just come in, sit down, watch it. Another thing we've been watching lately is on Netflix too is Resident Alien. So when you need something to calm down, to wind you down from watching Ozarks, which is kind of like trying to binge watch Breaking Bad, we'll watch Resident Alien. Ah, okay. I'm not sure where we're at, other than the old king went, and then now we've got the Mad King getting coronated, and yeah. Um, but Resident Alien, I don't know if anybody's watched it. I don't remember the actor's name, except his character name was Wash in um, God, one of my favorite series, one season series, Firefly. God, I love Firefly. But because he was in Firefly, I'm watching this, and he's doing pretty good. It's funny. Yeah. What sucks, Rex? Oh, I don't have it on. If I have my Fitbit on my wrist but not in my pocket when I go grocery shopping, I don't get squat for pushing the cart. I get no credit for all those steps pushing the cart. Um, I've thought of that, and I want to get VR goggles so I can play the game Myst. But yeah, isn't it? Yeah, I like this show. Um, my son's like, "Mom, you'll fall." He goes, "I just guarantee you will fall." And I'm like, "Yeah," because they watched me play, uh, try to play Cool Borders 3. That's the old was it a PlayStation game of snowboarding. They watched me fall right off the treadmill when I tried to play it. So they're black with pink glitter. Yeah, that's another thing I'm trying to find out is what I'm gonna wear for this reunion and what color the nails are gonna have to be. If I wear white, I found my white nail polish, my gel white nail polish. But then I'll be okay. What glitter coating is gonna go on top of it? God, it's a stressful life being a housewife. So, God. Oh wow. Oh, that's good. That's good. They'd probably get more action than I did pushing the cart. Yeah, and oh, what did you smash? No. Speaking of drunk Steve, I haven't looked into it, but daughter said that Steve-O from Jackass, and now he's sober and everything, but evidently he's getting a silicone tits put on just because he can. Straight male. Just like I told her, I said, "Oh, good lord!" It doesn't surprise me because the kids grew up watching Jackass. Uh, but I said that boy's gonna pack a sack lunch and stay in bed all day. So yeah, I know. I was just like, okay, that's Steve-O. Um, oh, good, Moan. Get some rest, sweetheart. Yeah, I think the the farther it goes, I think the safer we are. Mike, oh no, that's an expensive crash. Ouch. Yeah. Um, but I don't know how many people here remember Sally Jesse Raphael. She had that morning talk show or in the afternoon. I don't remember when she's on. And her red glasses. There was a guy on there who took a bet for $10,000 who got implants in, back in the early 90s, maybe late 80s. $10,000 was quite a lot then. And to prove that he actually really had them, they dimmed the lights and he held a flashlight up against him and they glowed. And that's the first thing my brain went to, the fact that uh when Steve-O is getting a pair, I have to look up. Oh my. Oh, at least it's Saturday day already. Yeah, she had red hair, I think. Oh man. About between 5 a.m. and 9 a.m. is when I get my best sleep. Yeah, it's of course he's gone. Well, when he goes back to work, I'll be getting back to getting my best sleep because then my little Nebulon comes and sleeps with me at my feet. So okay, but I want to say at one point she did have a little bit of red hair for a while. But yeah, I used to. You know what? I had cable in high school, which not a lot of kids had in 82, 80. We had 12 channels, and so um when we got married and moved to Yakima, cable didn't finish going down the street we were at. So I had to learn how to watch regular shows. And so that's when I would start watching it and Maury and uh oh, what's his name? He's gone now. Jerry Springer. Yeah. Uh but that's when I got tied into watching that kind of stuff. And then when we moved to the other next place where I could get cable, I still watched those guys. So I had a little black and white TV in the kitchen along with the one in the living room. But God, to this day, and this place still uses that same jingle. It's a carpeting place in Chicago from the 80s. What is it? The phone number is 588-2300 Empire. I'll never forget that phone number for as long as I live. Oh, I'd love to take a nap. I gotta go remember to thaw hamburger. So now all I gotta do is open my freezer and it'll fall at me. I've been trying to. I've been working on eating out of my freezer in the kitchen, and I'm reducing it quite a bit, except for all the ice packs. I think some of those I have to put into a bag now that he's pretty much healed. And oh, do they? Are those the ones in Japan? Where are the Olympics at? No, France. I think. I don't keep track of it anymore. I used to just love to sit there and watch track and uh the okay. This kid kills me. Why? I can tell it's the end of the month. Can you send me $30? And I'll send you the 60 back when I get paid next week because he didn't pay me for the last month. The kid who he goes out too much is what happens. Excellent job, excellent pay. The kid has got a champagne budget on a Bud Light I just call it Bud Light income because he send him spoiled brat. But I love it. I love it. Yes. What was I watching? Or actually, which one? I know what I was watching. The Y-Files. And Hecklefish was talking about taxation as theft. I'm like, all right. It'll be nice when I get my daycare money for this last month. These are the 2 months that I get a good chunk of change for watching them. So, obviously I haven't gotten the money yet, but it won't probably be the end of the month till she gets paid. I'm gonna sock it away for a new mattress. As ours is it's supposed to have a 20-year memory foam. Doesn't last as long as they think it does. Come on. Take it out of the bank. Gisa, yes. He flipped over on the bed. We hadn't rotated it in forever, so I kind of gave up. And so he slept at his feet, and he said he slept better. So I was like, all right, start tucking away the summer money for a new mattress. But then, of course, if that happens, then I'm going to want a new bed frame. Because I guess someone said you really don't need a box spring with a memory foam. I want to get a freeze dryer eventually. One of my questions with the freeze dryer is, can you run it off a generator? Or does it draw too much power? That was another one of my thoughts. And that's another reason I haven't really just pushed to start saving for a freeze dryer. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's my wonder. If we do end up here, the local power company has a policy, at least I know in the next big city, if there's a fire, any place, they cut the power 2 miles around the fire. So, oh yeah, I got both kinds. That's a thought. That really is a thought. An adjustable bed. I mean, we had if we could have squeezed into a full size, I would have had one right here, but that's a thought. Eventually, we're gonna need one. Yeah, they're not exactly the frame's the most expensive thing. Um, they run well. A good powered Serta frame runs about $3,000. So, and I like a memory foam that's yeah. I have a hard time. I get a certain angle on my recliner, and I just about suffocate myself. On my tongue covers my nose holes because I breathe out of my nose. I'm not a mouth breather when I sleep. Mm. Yeah, yeah, they're not exactly cheap. I wonder, that's interesting. But never thought about the opening and getting everything in there. Yeah, see, that's when I like sleep on my recliner. I to wake myself up because I've covered my nose holes. Oh, but I wonder if insurance would eventually pay me. Especially with my fibro, I'd be willing to help with the frame. That would be cool. It'd have to be split though, because he reads in bed. I sleep, so I don't know. Yeah, that's the only kind I want, and my local Ace Hardware here does sell them. But I'm just wondering what I want to do. I haven't done it yet, and I need to. Is get a bag of mixed vegetables, dehydrate them, and then dry can them and keep them. But I'll have more time to do stuff like that after next week. I won't get questions. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? How are you doing that? So yeah, I want to definitely get one. But yeah, that was my big question: is what can it run off as shit hits the fan? So yeah, I've got what is it? Most of my stuff, my dry stuff, I vacuum seal, and I need to. Uh, I got the Mylar, and I gotta figure out how to vacuum seal the Mylar. Nate on Canadian Prepper had a thing. I might give it a try, but I really don't. Makes me. I need to learn that when our kids locals go back, because I got to march their butt up right here. And I figured if they haven't done here by in a week, if they no, it still doesn't work. Yeah, in a week, if they haven't told us get out, we're going to Rainier. To get them out of the smoke. We'll just take them to the mountains to get them out of the smoke. Yeah, it's one thing about Washington State. We grow most of our own stuff here. Where'd my soda go? Um, we uh, we have chicken farms. We got our beef comes from here. It's about everything in Washington. Yeah, but our whatever it was from Costco years back came vacuum sealed, and we basically had to open it up in the living room and let it get to the size it needed to be, and then moved it into the bedroom. See, yeah, they're pushing this year-round school here, which is stupid. And I've let the kids know, they're just prepping you to go to work, so you could get used to taking your vacations whenever you can get them. So it's now like the end of August till the end of June at school, with a week's break, and not just like spring break, but they also have intercessions for a week, which is supposed to teach the kids extra activities like science, the better sciences, the better, and they don't. And these two don't go anyway because they test out of the requirements that they want the kids who haven't really caught up enough to go to that. Well, so I get them a week. What is it? November, and then January, and then so yeah. There's a lot of Washington, the Valley in Washington. A lot of people have. There's I forget how many fruit stands and stuff like that, vegetable stands, especially on the reservation. So, um, yeah, I get pissed. As kids, when we were growing up, we got out the first week of June, and we didn't go back till like after Labor Day. So we were out there picking fruit and stuff, making our summer money, babysitting. Now these kids don't have a chance. Ugh. Yeah. Strawberries are good. Um, it's like when the daycare kids that were talking about freeze drying, I said, okay, here's the perfect example of freeze dried. Your Lucky Charms you eat? I said, those marshmallows are freeze dried. So, mm. Oh, what was it? Freeze dried strawberry and banana package. The 3-year-old, she just loves them. She'll eat the whole thing. I don't know. What was it we had? Is it freeze dried Skittles? That's okay. Yeah, freeze dried bananas are good. And people who think they're getting dried bananas in some of those packages, not the freeze dried, but the dehydrated or whatever, those are actually fried bananas. Oh my God, mango with chamoy and tahini on it. Oh, we need the little. That's what I haven't heard much this year. The little ice cream truck and everything. He'd come by and you'd get a mango on a stick with tahini and chamoy on it, and you'd eat it. And oh, I haven't heard him lately at all. Mm. The closest thing I can get to that is to go down to Baskin and Robbins and get there. They have a drink like that in the summertime. Ding dong me last year didn't think about it. I was so excited that they were back that I took a big swig, and all it was a chamoy at the bottom, and it is very very spicy. So, God, I love mango. What a girl! One of my soccer girls, she cracked me up because if anybody, because I coached 7th and 8th grade soccer for years, girls. Yeah, that was interesting. We had one girl, and if anybody had mango on the bus ride to a game, she was right there, conning them out of their mango. I mean, yeah. Oh, guys. If you haven't laughed in 2 days, Bradley, you need to go watch the one thing I have about road rage. Yeah. Evidently, one of the girls commented that she laughed. She went from laughing to crying within seconds because I'm guessing because she was laughing so hard. Like I said, I meme farmed this morning, so I got several ones I can put up today. So yeah. It's like one is what is it? The generation, how does it go? It has something to do with uh boomers and millennials. Close you thing. No, what did I do to my phone? So it's just it says just remember, for every boomer that's annoyed by millennials, there's a generation in between that's annoyed by you both. So yeah. It's got a picture of the Breakfast Club sitting there. There's who's the guy who did it? The Breakfast Club. John Hughes, was that his name? The director? I watched a documentary. Yes, Gen X, the greatest generation there is. I don't remember the actor's name, but he went around and talked to the kids, and what happened to them after this news article came out about calling them the Brat Pack, and how they took that. It's kind of neat. They talked to like Demi Estevez, Ali Sheedy. Wow, Ali Sheedy looks a lot like Sigourney Weaver now. Some other ones. Molly Ringwald really didn't want to talk, so she wasn't in it, and Judd Nelson wasn't either. But they talked to different people about it, and then they talked to the guy who wrote the article, and you know, he didn't know it was going to have the effect. He was just looking for a catchy title. He had heard someone talk about the Rat Pack, and he was like, "Perfect, that's a cute, little flashy title. We'll just call it, call them the Brat Pack." And hey, Sandy, I put your link up, but go ahead and drop it again, darling. And how it did. I don't know. Now I've lost it. But it was really cool because they kind of had a little bit of a realization. They all pretty much took it the same when they were younger, but that it kind of it wasn't meant to be derogatory. It wasn't meant to be anything. It was just a catchy title. But it was pretty neat. And I'm looking at these people going, "Fudge World." Ah, but it was worth watching. I can't remember what it was called. I have no idea, but I'm sure it's easy to find. Because I loved watching the Breakfast Club. Oh, that's another one. It was a John Cryer. I think they talked to him. The kid was Ducky and 16 Candles, and that one, some St. Elmo's Fire too. Yeah, I know. By 2 months. Ooh, that's coming up in a little over a month. Well, if Keith asks me what I want for my birthday, I'll tell him I want one of those campers, the Leatherman. That'd be perfect. So they had an inexpensive one at not Fred Meyer's, at Costco the other day, and it was only like $40, and it was basically like the basic version. And I'm just like going, "Well, I was looking at it going, well, that won't drag off your pants like yours and the one I want. They're heavy, you know." Yeah, but it's 5:30 or 5 o'clock. All right, now it's close, probably closer to 5:30. Yeah, it's about 5:20 in Norway. So yeah, I know. I really don't want to hit 58. But oh yes, that's about that's about the time I'm, at my best. I've taken my nighttime pain meds, and I'm like going, I feel good. I need to keep cleaning. And the next thing I know, it's 1 o'clock, and I'm going, holy shit, I gotta go to sleep. But my regular heartbeat's been a pain in the ass lately. Evidently, sometime last night, I was like, for a few hours, my pulse was at 39. I mean, Yeah, it's just like you get all your day's meds in and you're feeling really good, and it's like, Garrett, I gotta go to bed wide awake. And I wake up exhausted. But um it sucks. So I gotta start making dinner before 8 p.m. So yeah, I need to get to bed earlier. But there's so much I need to do. And then I sit there and well, it's like it takes a good hour and a half to get, even though the Ring Fit says I've done 30 minutes of exercise. That's only when their little things are the rings moving or your leg things moving. That's the only time they count time. So it takes me an hour and a half. Then I got to shower. Then I got to put this on, and so then after this is about the time my day starts. So luckily, I was able to reschedule my dentist appointment that was supposed to be at 8 a.m. this morning. It's like, can I, I'm on, I said, I use the fire as an excuse. We're on evac 2 notice. I just need to reschedule it. They didn't even bat an eye. She says, oh my goodness. And, here's your next one. And I'm like, yeah, that one's at least at 10. So Princess here I'll have the daycare kids. So I'm going to have their mom. Can you work from home from the morning? And as soon as I'm back, just bring them over. It's like I have this as a cavity. And then I think underneath it, or it's this one. I don't know. Eventually, these on each side are going to have to be caps because I ate lemons as a kid. I pretty much I ate lemons and I chewed ice. I pretty much ruined my teeth. Yeah. Yeah, I do not do mornings at all. I like my doctor's appointments about 3:30. That's about perfect. Yeah. Speaking of doctor's appointment, I also need to call in my meds. I need to actually go down there and give them my Qulipta card for my headache pills. And they only want me, I only get them free for a year. So part of me is thinking to just split them in half. I don't know. It sucks. It works. It works really, really well. I mean, I'm still seeing my spots and I'm still seeing other things, but the spots aren't as big. So, yeah. And if and then when that's done, I guess I'll go back on the whatever the green box is. I don't have one here. I think I threw it away. Whatever. It works, you start to get a headache, you take it and it works great. So, but hopefully this year of Qulipta will make it so that I don't have headaches anymore at all. I don't know. But yeah, I don't plan to leave the house this weekend. I'll probably go looking for an outfit next Friday because I won't have the daycare kids. I won't have, and I never go anyplace fancy for clothes. I just usually go to Fred Meyer's. So, and that sucks, especially when they work. Uh, that bites. It's one thing with, my doctor's independent and it's not the government deciding what meds I can and cannot take. They'd just as soon drug us all till we're sitting in a corner drooling. Oh, so I'm trying to get off as much as I can. And I can't. When's my appointment? Whenever my next appointment is with Mark, I can finally say, A, this is working. And can you fight for me with the insurance company? And B, can you put me on time released Metropolo, however they pronounce it? And maybe that'll stop the problem with my heart. And if that doesn't work, then I got to go see a cardiologist. And I don't want to see another doctor. Once every 3 months is enough to have him look at me and go, "You doing good?" "Yeah, I'm fine." And then get my script and go home. So I'm sick of it. But now supplements, on the other hand, like my calcium, it has vitamin D, zinc, and copper. I take stuff like that throughout the day, and who needs food? Pretty soon I'll just be like the Jetsons. Here's your little pill that has your roast beef, your mashed potatoes, and your green beans in it. Here, there's your dinner. Oh, definitely you need to get on that, and I'm glad you have backup. I'm so glad you have backup. Yeah, I do too. I have my doctor worked with me to get backup because his brother is a general, and it's not an if shit hits the fan, it's when shit hits the fan. So, yeah, definitely that heart medicine should be the first one. That clotting medicine should be the first one you do. Man, I don't clot. That's why I take vitamin K. I have low blood platelets. So, whereas my son has double plate. Yeah. Oh no. I'm sorry, hon. Yeah, I can understand for you not wanting to. They used to have, and I don't know if they still have them anymore. I know one of his coworkers' wife was this. She was an RN that looked at all your medications and, said, okay, this interacts with this. I guess it's not real. I guess you could call it a prescription drug counselor. What interacts with this, what's causing you these problems so that you could work to get it balanced. And some of those, if you got rid of some of the side effects, you wouldn't need the medication to fight that side effect. So it was really neat. Oh, I know. It's like, yeah, you have to be your own, especially as we get to our age, we have to speak up. But yeah, and luckily my doctor understands that yes, I'm in tune. I'm better in tune with my body than most people are. And that's why I can feel my PACs. When there's extra blood in my heart that's got to try to pump out twice as much as it typically does. Yeah. It's yeah. Yeah. There's another one I would go to too. But yeah, because and before that came along, we have the book that told you, and because we still got, if we go into a doctor, and if mine's like, he's at his daughter's wedding right now. So if something happens, we got to go to somebody else in the office, and sometimes they don't really read the charts good enough. So luckily we've gotten to the pharmacy, and the pharmacist is like, "You can't take this one." Oh, okay. And then we call, and then they send over a different one. Yeah. I'll have to look at it because someone had said something about, what is it? Celebrex, or whatever the generic name in for it. And I think my pain meds really don't go together. I'm gonna have to do that when I'm done here. That I shouldn't, it's not recommended taking those two together or something. I need to look it up, because if that's one less thing I got to deal with and take, great. So, and I know, what is it? Jace Medical. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. It's like something that would sit on Matt Walsh's head. Has a thing you can go into that's like a telehealth, and you can get stuff to have stocked up for later, and you can even get a year's worth of medication and rotate your stock just so you have it when need be. Yeah. Yeah. I've like antibiotics. I'm ahead of this thing because every time I get I haven't gotten bronchitis, knock on wood, this year, but I get a couple of refills with my antibiotic, and they go up into the cupboard, and there they sit. So, which is kind of nice, is because last year I didn't have time to go to the doctor before camping, so I was like going, well, I know what I'm getting. Started my antibiotic, and I was fine within days. But okay, guys, I'll probably see you Monday. Trying to get as much done around the house while I have a little bit of help. Now that since he's going back to work Tuesday, that means his restrictions are basically gone, and his ass can lift a whole bunch of stuff. So, yep. Take off the glasses for this before I head out. All my love, Miss Dragon. Look for some shorts later. I'll have those done, because I'll get tired of reading the news over and over again, making sure it's just right. All right, guys. I love you all. Have a great weekend. Like I said, if anything weird shows up, I'll either post it or jump on. But I think we're going to be fine. It's just the color of the sky. Feel like I live in Mars when I look out the window. So let's see if I can put these things back on so I can read. All right, guys. I may catch you guys at other streams later on. And I got to remind myself this is Friday, as I am all thrown off this week. Okay, and away we go. Thank you for being part of Miss Dragon's menagerie. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All my love, Miss